It's your daddy. Arden sucks.
Girl.
Zayden's gone. I thought Adarna was a deadbeat. Zayden's the real deadbeat. What's up, besties? Welcome to the first video on my channel. My name's Harmony, and a few things about me is that I love reading, writing, and Jesus. So if you like those 3 things, you should totally subscribe to my channel. And today, we're going to be reading Onyx Storm. Now, I've already started reading Onyx Storm. I'm on like page 54. But I stopped reading it because I got scared to finish it, because this is going to be the last book that I read of the Imperium series for maybe like 1 or 2 years to come, and I wasn't ready for that. I also had an AP exam and finals, but now that it's summer, I can read whenever I want because I ain't got nothing else to do. Also, like, people have been spoiling on Storm on TikTok. Like, I saw someone say, like, oh, Dane's gonna have a glow up, and he said Dane's slow, which is fine, I guess, because I really, Dane's okay. I went from hating Dane straight in 4 Queen to, okay, he's fine in Iron Flame. I don't know how much I like him in this book, but he's not the star of the show. Violet and Zayden are. Which, talking about Violet and Zayden, why did I see TikTok about Zayden leaving because he's a villain? And does that mean that they don't find the cure? Because we kind of need that. And also, why did I see TikToks about Zayden leaving Violet a ring because they're not going to be able to have a wedding? So that's a little push for me to read. And then also, I've seen like people posting their theories about, oh, I hope that doesn't die in book 4, which he better not, because we already lost Liam, and we're losing Zayden too, and Vidog. Like, I cannot fathom that, and I hope I don't cry. I hope I don't cry in this book. But let's go back to Yarlos, and I cried when Liam died, so I might cry at anything at this point. I don't know. But anyway, I'm excited to get into it. Okay, so I just finished chapter 6, and I have a little bit of feelings about it, because first of all, Violet is whipped, and we already knew this from the first book, but the girl is whipped. Like, Zayden is literally telling you, like, hey, if I go over to peep it, like, don't save me, you know, sound the alarm. And she's like, okay. And then she's thinking, like, he's not gonna go off the deep end. It's kind of giving Jude and Queen of Nothing when Conan turns into the Black Serpent. Even when Conan said, hey, like, don't hesitate, kill me. Which she would have, if she would have did it when he told over to. He lived in stage earlier, but this is not a Cruel Parent series, Cruel Parent series. This is Onyx Storm. And I would like to also say, and Donna is so freaking funny. Like her little tidbits that she adds, like at the most randomest time, it's just like, girl, sit down. Her thoughts are talking. So I got my Kindle. So keep the 426. Okay, I'm not finished with chapter 7 yet, but I just read the part where like Imogen's knocking out the cards, and then she's like, "Oh, I'm not sure if you want me to knock out this card." Why is it Mira? I feel like Mira comes up in the most inconvenient ways. Like they're trying to like complete a little mission. Why are you in the middle of it? Why can't you just be somewhere asleep? Oh my gosh. Why is Brennan here? Not only is it Vera, it's Brennan. Where did y'all come from, bro? Oh my gosh. Come from, bro. He just makes me so mad. But it's like, I reread the page and I like skimmed it and I saw his name and it's just like, dang, get your daddy. Go do something. He's always coming after Violet. Which granted, I understand why he hates her. But also, grow a pair.
The woman was too stunned to speak.
It's Zayden. He's on a oh no, wait. How do you say it? Scenario? He's on a scenario. Imagine having your man on the scenario. I would be doing all types of stuff. Okay, so a little quick update. I'm on chapter 9, I believe. Let me see. Yeah, chapter 9, I'm 15% in with the book, and I started at 11, I think, and then on print, I started on chapter 6 on page 54, and now I'm on page 77. So, well, like I'm halfway down page 77 on the print. So I would say progress has been made. Slow reader progress, but progress has been made. But I'm not going to be able to read on camera because I need to charge my phone. It's phone time. So I will see you whenever I'm able to get my phone back on. Hey guys, so the last time I checked in with y'all was like a day ago, and I forgot to record me reading. But since then, I've listened to the audiobook, and I'm on page 110 now. So I got some progress done. So I think last time I talked to y'all was on like page 74. And I have some thoughts. It's only like 30 something pages. But I'm starting to get annoyed with Zayden. And I know that's a bad thing to say because it's Zayden, like the Zayden. But he's getting kind of annoying because he's getting very possessive. And not possessive in a good way, possessive in a get your hands off me with a first up way. I don't want to say this, he's becoming more like Dane. And I don't know exactly how I feel about it. Well, I do know, I'm annoyed, but I just don't like it. I don't know if it's because, maybe his soul is disappearing because he's a villain, or if he got more anger issues, the anger issues got amplified because his soul getting sucked away. But every time he starts talking and he says something to Violet, I just want to slap the crap out of him. Like, she's a grown woman. Be mad if someone went and put themselves in danger knowing that they would kill me too. But also, y'all did the same thing with Madison. And also, she's a grown adult. She's like 20. She's 20, right? 20. 20 or 21, doesn't matter, but she's a grown adult. She's an independent person. Okay, so I just finished chapter 13, and Professor Ryerson. So Laurie bad enough that she was a cadet, he was a lieutenant. Now she's a cadet, she's a professor. He's a professor. And like, it's just very funny because Sam walks in, he's like, oh cool, he's like, okay, whatever, I'm in here, I have to teach my girlfriend, whatever. And then Violet's over here like, oh my gosh, the codex, I can't do this. Okay, so I'm reading on my Kindle right now for my little reading vlog that I'm doing on TikTok, right? And I'm on chapter 15 or 16, but it doesn't matter. Violet gets a log from her dad on his journal. The answer or code to unlock it is a 6-letter word. And the scroll that he gives as a hint says, "First love is irreplaceable." And I just read Vidoc's line, like, obviously it's Lilith, right? Because that's your mom's name. That was my first thought. But apparently Violet is like, What could it be? I don't know. Girl. And I counted the letters to make sure. Lilith was a 6-letter name. Okay, so I don't know when it was the last time I came on camera and talked to y'all, but I'm now on chapter 29, so I'm almost halfway through the book, and I feel I need to admit that I was wrong. It was not Lilith. The Pascal was not Lilith. Although I think I get half a point because it was Lilith's dragon. So like I feel like they're connected. So I should get half a point on that. But I have a lot to talk about because I read the part where they went to the Valley, whatever the island's called. I can't pronounce any of the names in this book. But Zayden is acting pretty weird. Like, he's back to normal now, but he's acting pretty weird because he was all nice and bubbly, and it was kind of just like, dude, what's wrong with you? Granted, it's nice that he's all nice and bubbly because he doesn't have access to magic, and like, he's not turning forbidden, but it's kind of weird. And then he brought something from the store that they like went into, and I think it's the ring that everyone's talking about. And I already know how the book ends because I got spoiled on TikTok. But every time Zay does something, I kind of just side-eyed him a little bit because it's like, I feel like you're getting ready to leave her. Auden sucks. Like, I know he's royalty and all, and that Violet can't do nothing to him, but he needs to slap the crap out of him. Just like big old smack. Okay, so I am 89% into the book. I have like 80 pages left, and my Kindle says 2 hours and 20 minutes left, so I'm definitely finishing it today. I feel like I'm prepared to read Zane leaving, and I'm prepared for him to be a deadbeat because, and Darna already was, and I know she left because she just wanted to be with her kind, but Violet was sitting in the bed for 3 days. Didn't move. The girl almost died, literally almost killed herself because she thought, I cannot live with Darna. So I just finished Onyx Storm, and well, tomorrow I'm gonna sit down and have a very formal review with all my notes. I want to say that Rebecca Yarros, the way she ended that book was just cool. Violet don't know where she is. Well, she knows where she is, but she doesn't know where she has been for the last 12 freaking hours because Imogen erased her freaking memory. She has a ring. She's married now. Oh, Zayden's gone. I thought Adana was a deadbeat. Zayden's the real deadbeat. He said peace. I don't understand. And we have to wait 2 years for the next book. Or who knows how long. She's on vacation with her freaking family, which is understandable. Have fun with your family. I know there's probably some stuff that's going on and stuff that I don't know about. 2 years? I finished Onyx Storm a couple days ago. From the last clip that you saw, I was in my feelings because I had just finished the book. But now I'm calm, cool, and collected, and I know how to form actual sentences that don't end in me just yelling and cursing Rebecca Yarros for spending time with her family. So, firstly, this book was a 5 out of 5. I thought it was gonna be a 4.5 because it was hard for me to read at certain parts. Like I had to force myself to read it, but then I realized that was just because I didn't want the series to end, and also I really did not. The book was spoiled for me already, so I knew what was gonna happen, and I didn't want to read that happening. But then I realized I had to get done with the book, and honestly, what saved it was Zayden, and just the fact that it's really just him. That's the focus point of the book, and also his yearning was like top tier. Like he loved Violet, and he also like I don't know how to explain it. He showed Violet that he loved her in multiple ways, especially when he started calling her love instead of violence because he knew that he couldn't feel any emotion. So, like, he was just a good character, you know? Can you tell who my favorite character is? I'll give you a second. Yeah, Zayden. Also, y'all are liars. Y'all, like, overhyped the whole eyes on me thing with Dane, saying that he was gonna have a glow up. He's the same old Dane. He's just breaking the rules a little. He's just now a decent person. Not saying that he didn't have like a arc and that he didn't glow up a little bit, but the whole eyes on me thing with Sloane, I thought it was about to be hot and red. It was just a sentence and then nothing else. Like I read it and I was like, okay. This is what y'all were fangirling about. The next thing is the deaths in the series. So first, Traeger. I wasn't expecting him to die. I didn't really care that much about him at the moment, but when he died, I was like, oh, because Rebecca really just be killing off anyone. And also, with Traeger's death, what got me was the fact that Rebecca put when Cat screamed and it had to get muffled by Drake so they could keep the, like, the Xenos people's army. I don't know how to say it, but that was just, like, heartbreaking because what? And Violet had to say thank you for killing her teammate or her classmate. I was like, what? And then Quinn at the end, I remember reading Imogen's, like, point of view, and I was like, I really don't care about Imogen. Like, I don't care about her point of view. Like, why do we need to see this? At first, I thought it was going to be, like, connected to Violet. You know how at the end, like, Violet asks what do you do? And Quinn says, Imogen says, what told it to you? Like, it was wiping her memory. I was just reading it, and I was just, like, trying to force myself through it. But I know I was nearing the end of the book. Then Quinn died, and I was like, oh. And then Imogen started like replaying when she first met Quinn. I said, yeah. And I actually cried at that because dang, it was like felt bad because then I was just saying like, oh, I don't care about Imogen. And I was like, oh, maybe I should care about Imogen. Another thing that I really liked about this book in particular was that like Riddock's character development was like very clear because he showed in the book that he wasn't just a comedic relief character. Like near the end when he realized that Zane was a villain, he was like, yeah, everyone's caring about Zayden and you're caring about Zayden, but who's caring about you? And he really put his foot down, and I said, alright, I get why people like Riddick now. Also, the final thing I want to talk about is this whole blank page. And I could have gave us more than just what you asked me to. We could have went in depth on this whole entire page. And you chose to go to the acknowledgements. And then you're going to be like, oh, I'm going on vacation with my family. Understandable. Really understandable. What about us? Also, Violet in the next book, she's going to be going like on rampages. You know how Zayden was around killing people and killing everybody, killing Wyvern and stuff? That will be Violet in the next book. Anyway, that's all for this video. Thank you for watching this vlog, and if you liked it, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. And remember, God loves you. Bye!